Good evening, everyone. This is Iron Will, and this is taking me a while to get to. But I did just finish the book Harriet Tubman by Catherine Clinton. Got a little glare going on there. Let me see if I can fix that. That's a little better. All right. So, as you guys know, the movie came out earlier this year. And we went ahead and I bought it right out because I had read about Harriet Tubman, learned about her in school. But of course, history classes just tend to give us a broad overview of a person. Really just a sketch about their character and about who they are. And so when I saw the movie, I was like, man, that's a great story. I wonder what's in the biography. So I went online and I looked on Amazon, of course, and I looked at a couple of different ones. And I selected this one. I believe that this one by Catherine Clinton is one of the most recently published biographies on Harriet Tubman. And what I want to say is this. Harriet Tubman lived an amazing life, and she was a brave and a heroic woman. I would say that she was a true patriot to the American way of life and to freedom, which is one of the cornerstones of the American way of life. She was a firm believer in the Second Amendment. You can tell that because she carried weapons and she was not afraid to use them in defense of those who she was conducting on the Underground Railroad, and when she fought in the Civil War on the side of the North. Wow, usually when I read a book, I try to give you guys 3 key points that come out of it. Things that are kind of big takeaways that that I think that will hopefully spark your interest in the book and get you, or to encourage you to go out and read it. Because what I am hoping to do is to generate within you the interest of reading one of the books that I talk about. One of the things that was downplayed in the movie that is clearly talked about in this biography is that Harriet Tubman was a woman of faith. She was a Christian, and she believed that God talked to her, which I did not know, nor did I expect to be told so clearly in this biography. And I don't know anything about Catherine Clinton, but it seems to me that sometimes when we talk about people of faith in public, hey Derek, they don't talk about, or they don't allow for that conversation about faith that some people exercise, especially if it's Christian. And so that is definitely one of the things that I want to hit upon, is that Harriet Tubman was a woman of faith. She believed that she was doing God's work in the aspects of going out and freeing slaves from the slave South. What I did also learn is how many people in the North, and I don't mean numbers-wise, but I mean people that were known politically as well as in business that were connected to Harriet Tubman that helped fund her expeditions to get slaves out of Virginia and Maryland. I am really impressed with her faith and her courage. I knew a little bit about how dangerous it was for a former slave to go back into the slave South, but to go into her own neighborhood, to go into her own communities where she used to live and frequent, and bring people out, family members, parents, siblings, nieces, nephews, a bunch of different family members she helped to get out. And she was a woman of passion. She could speak passionately. She could convey her feelings and inspire people and lift them up. She was illiterate for her entire life, from what I understand from this biography. And up until her dying day, she fought to help the poor and the needy, primarily the freedmen, or the free men and women, the people that were former slaves that had come up into New York, into Canada, where she had been bringing people out of the slave South. And she's definitely somebody that is gone officially from my kind of, I know a little bit about her or them heroes, to definitely on my heroes list. Heroine, as she is a woman. So, yeah, it's a great read. It's not very long, page count wise, and I would highly recommend, if you have seen the movie that came out, or if you haven't seen it, either way, get the book and read about her life, because she is a true American patriot. I would be willing to put money if we could put her and the founders together, that they would get along and they would see eye to eye on many of the issues. Now, she might condemn them for not doing something more about slavery. However, I believe that while she pushed for President Lincoln and others to do more, I believe she also understood that there are political ramifications, and the people that she was encouraging to do more sometimes had to work within those limitations that they were given. She did encourage President Lincoln and Frederick Douglass to push for emancipation, which eventually did come, because as time progressed, as the biography says, Lincoln saw more and more the way to help dismantle the southern United States hold on slaves was to offer them freedom if they would come and fight for the Union, and then to issue the General Emancipation Order, which, if as I understand history, is one of the reasons why Booth eventually took the president's life. So get the book, read the book, learn about an amazing woman who lived a life of faith and courage, and really lived in the lion's den in some ways, and continuing to return into the slave South and to bring people out of freedom. And I think that her rescue count, not counting, if you take away the Civil War, all the time that she brought people out, I think she rescued somewhere between like 250 and 300 people, which is amazing, because as I understand it, she's the only Underground Railroad conductor who didn't lose a single person. And I have, my esteem for her has grown, and I believe that Harriet Tubman does not get enough acclaim for her work in helping to bring about the freedom of all slaves in the South, and her work with Frederick Douglass, John Brown, as well as Abe Lincoln, and some of the other politically connected and business connected people that helped her throughout her life and her mission. So yeah, go out and get it. Harriet Tubman by Catherine Clinton. That's Catherine. And I'm actually about done another book, which I will probably have for you guys next week. So again, Derek, thanks for jumping on tonight. I really appreciate that. If you like this video, please share it. I am currently setting up a YouTube channel just for Turning Leaf videos, so that will be coming along probably in December. Otherwise, it'll go on my regular Iron channel. If you want to know what we're doing, that's as.com, and you can get there.